So in the grace of her love and her presence, I realized that depression had been my constant companion. It was chronic, not clinical. It was not a chemical imbalance in my brain, but it was more of a way of looking at life. As the miles ticked by on our journey west through northern Arkansas, the hills were green, they were beautiful. We passed small farms, we passed small towns, drove through them, and an occasional wild turkey or deer on the side of the road. And in this serenity of the greenery and the miles going west with a person who loved me unconditionally by my side, I began reflecting on my life, my unfulfilled dreams. I started to notice exactly how resentful I was for being really good at helping other people and helping organizations grow, but never feeling like I had help myself, feeling powerless to change anything in my life. I was not happy with the way my body looked or felt. I was not happy with the results I was producing in my ministry. I was helping a few, when I knew that what I was understanding and experiencing had helped me so much. I confronted all the projects I had started, but never completed. I'm a great starter. I would start strong, go fast, then burn out, and stop. Another incomplete project, another partially finished book, another script for a video. Incomplete, never seeing the light of day, never fully being planted so it could then create a life of its own and come to fruition. I'm not sure quite how many miles ticked by on the odometer as I was in this reverie about the misgivings of my life and reflecting on things and truly accepting the fact that what I was doing in life didn't work. It didn't work because I wasn't happy. I didn't like the person I saw in the mirror every morning. I had a beautiful woman who loved me unconditionally and accepted me and reminded me of the contribution I made to others. And that contribution I made to others only seemed to reinforce my opinion about myself, that I was hopeless. And what I realized during this time, trying to reconcile my life and the path to where I was going, which was going to end up being just like my closest male relatives. I had met, again, reminder, I had met 2 of them within the course of a week, overweight, depressed, and on insulin. And my actions were taking me exactly to that destination. I realized in that moment, after accepting I was depressed, that I was really good at using meditation to medicate the symptoms of my depression and anxiety. But I had not taken the next steps in the process beyond just the meditation and the relief I found in the control of my mind and being able to calm my emotions. But I had never gotten beyond that. It was somewhere along this road, I turned a corner, and as I turned a corner, the proverbial light of the sun came through the clouds, and there were radiant beams of light, and wah! I realized that what I had been doing is ignoring these abscesses in my soul, which were unhealed traumas that were the source of my lack of energy, the source of my overthinking everything, the source of my inability to truly thrive, to truly have vigor and vitality in my life. Now, I'm not saying this was the only problem, but I'd spent so much time going within to understand the true nature of why I was so messed up in my head, so depressed all the time, and never getting what I wanted, that I had forgotten that healing in the spiritual body takes time to manifest in the physical body. And the way that the healing reflects in the physical body is through your deeds and your actions, through your ability to display what your values are, what your beliefs are, what works, and what you understand in life. I had become so withdrawn and gone within so deeply and looked at every cause and every causation of every injustice I felt in my body that was stored there, that I had not pulled my head out of the sand, so to speak, to truly start planting the seeds that would give me the results that I craved, that I desired. And it wasn't until seeing the deeds of others and how it manifested in their life, the life they had created for themselves, that I was finally able to take responsibility and understand the rest of the three-step process I'm going to share with you today. So that's it. I had seen that inside my soul, that part of me that is a reflection of this physical lifetime in this body, I had these festering abscesses, and I had become very aware of them. And every time I began to take action, to do what I wanted, to really be happy, to make this video, one of those abscesses would come to the surface and break open and create this smelly mess that I had to clean up. It took a lot of energy and effort in the physical realm, in the physical world, which drained me, which reinforced my depression, which had me sitting on the couch binging something on Netflix instead of planting the seeds that would make the difference. This was my self-medication process. I finally understood that the world doesn't care about my insights. The world only cares about my actions. And my actions create the karma. And the karma I will harvest. Now, one thing I did, and I want to give myself credit for, but I also want you to understand, there's a Chinese proverb that says, the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The next best time is today. So I had planted the tree called meditation and spent most of my adult life trying to tend and care for and develop a right meditation practice. And it was finally coming to fruition that I understood enough about myself. I had medicated for so long and seen the future I did not want, that allowed me to reel things in and decide to plant the next two parts of this process.